Good morning, students. Today we will see about the anatomy and physiology of one-word questions. This will be more useful for the BSc and GNM students, also for those who are participating in competitive exam. First one, what is the structural and functional unit of body is called the cells. Liquid connective tissue is called blood. Examples of dense connective tissues are cartilage, ligaments. One example of permanent cells in a body. Permanent cells like heart cells, neuronal cells, brain cells, once they damage, they cannot replicate. Digestive system made up of SSQ. What is SSQ? Stratified squamous epithelium. Das is a centimeter of esophagus length. It is 25 centimeter. Parts of pharynx. What is that parts? Nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. Das is the tube opening at narrow nasopharynx, eustachian tube. Leaf-like structure is present in our laryngopharynx is epiglottis. Das is called the reduction cell division, meiosis, otherwise called the sexual cell division. Total bones in the spinal cord, 33. Rudimentary bone in spinal cord, coccyx. Moving bone in the skull, mandible. Smallest bone in the human body, stapes. Connective tissues of two bones are called the ligaments. Das is the first cervical bone, atlas. Second cervical bone, axis. Large organ in human body, it is skin. Das is the part of the where the optic nerve both are meet with each other, that is optic chiasma. Das is the first cranial nerve, olfactory. Retina is the second cranial nerve. Das is the layer. How many layers? Number of layers are retina? Nearly 10 layers of retina. Das is a protective layer of the eye, sclera and cornea. Das are called the light receptors of the eye. They are called the rods and cones. Ear is supplied by 8th cranial nerve. Das region of the lobe is called temporal region. The length of auditory tube is 2.5 centimeter. The other name of mitral valve is bicuspid valve. The largest papillae in the tongue, circumvallate papillae. Sense of taste is closely linked with the sense of smell. Das papillae does not contain taste but filiform papillae. Das are the hormones secreted by small intestine, secretin and CCK. What is CCK? Cholecystokinase. Das gland are called the both exocrine endocrine gland, pancreas. Ductless glands are endocrine glands. Das liters of saliva secreted per day? 1.5 liters. Das enzymes helps in breakdown of complex sugar. Sugar is amylase. Helps to break down the fat is called lipase. Das is a dilated portion of alimentary tract, that is stomach. Stomach shape is J-shaped. Duodenum shape is C-shaped. Parts of the stomach, fundus, body, pylorus. Food present in the intestine is called chyme. Food present in the stomach is called bolus. Cutting teeth are incisive or canine. Grinding teeth are molar and premolar. Islets of longer hands of cells in pancreas secretes insulin. Das digestive juice kill the microorganism, HCl. Largest gland in body is liver. Both exocrine and endocrine gland is called pancreas, but largest gland is called liver. Das is called the inflammation of the mouth. Inflammation of the mouth is called stomatitis. Lifespan of RBC 120 days. pH of blood 7.34 to 7.45. Das element of the cell in the blood clot, formation of clot, platelet. Structural and functional unit of kidney is called nephrons. Das is the example of irregular bone, spinal bones. Das called the master gland, pituitary is called the master gland. Destruction of RBC takes place in spleen. Production of RBC takes place in bone marrow. Middle layer of the heart is called myocardium. Largest membrane in the body is called peritoneum. Coverings of the bone called periosteum. Cardiac cycle lasts for 0.8 seconds. Nose is lined with ciliated columnar epithelium. CSF is secreted. What is CSF? Cerebrospinal fluid. Secreted from choroid plexus. Then will be CSF is absorbed by arachnoid villi. Opacity of the lens is called cataract. Fertilization of ovum takes place in fallopian tube. DAS is control of the body temperature, hypothalamus. Deoxygenated blood carried from the heart by the pulmonary artery. This is the only artery which carrying the deoxygenated blood. DAS is called the middle layer of artery and vein, tunica media. Outer layer is called tunica adventitia. Innermost layer is called tunica intima. First branch of aorta is called coronary artery. The pituitary gland is situated in the hypophyseal fossa of sphenoid bone. DAS is called the process of developing RBC erythropoiesis. A long and heavy bone in our body is femur. Example of flat bone is called sternum. DAS protects the delicate tissues of the brain, meninges. Sesamoid bone is called patella. Patella is also otherwise called kneecap. This is the largest sesamoid bone in our body. DAS are called the pacemaker of the heart. SA node and AV node. Structural and functional unit of hearing is called cochlea. The right lung has how many lobes? It has got 3 lobes. Breakdown of large molecules into a smaller is known as catabolism. Breakdown of a protein helped by which enzyme? That is the peptase is the enzyme. So expand IRV. What is that called? Inspiratory rescue volume. What is called expand ERV? Expiratory rescue volume. Collateral system seen in the brain and soul. Mention the hormone. Melatonin is the hormone is secreted by pineal gland. Dome-shaped muscle separating the thoracic and abdominal cavity is called the diaphragm. 10th cranial nerve is vagus nerve. DAS vitamin helpful for clotting factors, vitamin K. Inflammation is of the stomach is called gastritis. Inflammation of the breast is called mastitis. Inflammation of the testis is called orchitis. Other name of beauty bone is called collarbone. Otherwise it's called clavicle. This is the sigmoid stave bone. It has got Dewey number. This is the only bone which is in a horizontal way in our body. Growing part of the bone is called epiphysis. Elastic circular biconvex body in the eye called lens. The innermost layer of the eye is called retina. Middle layer is called choroid. Vagina is lined by SSQ, stratified squamous epithelium. The length of uterine tube is 10 cm. Cry of the uterus is called menstruation. DAS hormone responsible for production of milk. It is called prolactin. Ejaculation of the milk is by the oxytocin. That's called red down reflex is by the hormone called oxytocin. Hormone secreted by the posterior pituitary, ADH and oxytocin. DAS is called the chemical messengers hormone. DAS is a male hormone, androgen. Okay. Then the DAS hormone is secreted by corpus luteum, progesterone. Puberty of male occur between the age of 10 to 14. The process of production of milk is called prolactin. DAS called the blood supply to the brain, circle of Willis. DAS number of cranial nerves in our body, 12 cranial nerves. DAS is called the second heart sound, DUP. First heart sound, lub. DAS is called the exchange vessels, capillaries. DAS is called the voice box, larynx. Bluish discoloration of the skin is called cyanosis. Ninth cranial nerve is called glossopharyngeal nerve. Thank you.